Hello everybody, hope you're doing good. Today is my first day back in the office. It is the 8th of January. I was planning on being back Sunday and be up and at it on Monday morning. But Illinois got all North Dakota on me, and we were down in South Carolina and started hearing all these weather reports, and so we had to. It took us a little while to get here, but here I is, and I'm ready to go, ready to run to win for the gospel's sake in 2025. And so I want to continue on with a series that I have started, and you can go back and see some of the videos on my blog and on my YouTube channel. But I am working, actually I did this for my son, and I am working on a series that was from an article that I got from a periodical called Investors Business Daily. And this was like years ago. It seemed like it was 17, 18 years ago that I read this, and it was Investors Business Daily's 10 Secrets to Success. And so I want to succeed in life. I want my son to succeed in life, and I want you to succeed in life. And so that intrigued me, and so I created a little file and took notes, and every so often I review it. And so it came back up a few weeks ago, and I've been working through it. So I've talked to us about 3, and I'm going to talk about number 4 today. Number 1, take action. Goals are nothing without action. Don't be afraid to get started, just do it. Number 2, never stop learning. And they said go back to school, read books, get training, and acquire new skills. Number 3, be persistent, work hard. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. Never give up. I'm all behind that. And now number 4, I struggle with this one a little bit, to be honest. And so this is what we're going to talk about today. Number 4, according to them, their secret for success is learn to analyze details. I'm good with that, but then this is how they define that. Get all the facts, all the input, learn from your mistakes. Okay, so let's unpack that. This is the way I see it. Okay, instead of how did they put it? Get all the facts. Well, the way I put it is learn to analyze the details enough to make a good guess about what to do next. Okay, learn to analyze the details enough to make a good guess about what to do next. Getting all the facts is an illusion, because today's facts will be tomorrow's embarrassment. Okay, there's a lot of things that I grew up, man, that is a fact, and they have learned, whoops, nope, I was wrong. That's why doctors say we're practicing medicine, because, science, we put so much trust in science, but science is constantly changing. If it's true, real science, there are no absolutes in science, because one of the things that makes something science is that it can be contradicted. We can learn something different. We can learn more. And so, of course, make principle-based decisions, but don't get paralyzed. What do they used to call it? Analysis paralysis. Don't get paralyzed on trying to get all the facts. Let me give you an example. And being an old South Carolina boy, this piqued my attention. But the first regularly scheduled steam-powered rail passenger service, okay, the first train that traveled in America started on Christmas Day, 1830. The locomotive was called, and this will give you a hint of where it's originated from, the locomotive was called the Best Friend of Charleston. And so the very first railroad commuter train that ever started in America, and railroads dominated transportation in America for 100 years, really. but it started in Charleston, and get this, it went to Hamburg, South Carolina. Now, I've been through Hamburg. Hamburg is a ghost town. It's up near the Savannah River, up near Augusta, Georgia, right across the river from Augusta, Georgia. It was the largest in its day, in its heyday. It was the largest inland port in America, and they would the railroad would travel back and forth up to Hamburg, a thriving town. But there was a canal, and it's complicated. But Augusta, Georgia, ended up winning the battle for commerce, and so now Augusta, Georgia is the large city, and Hamburg does not, for all practical purposes, does not exist. But here's my point. When they started that train, the facts were people were greatly concerned. The experts were greatly concerned. They said the people will be in danger, be prepared. You're going to be in danger of nosebleeds. Why? Because the train is going to be going at a blistering pace of, you ready? 15 miles per hour. Now, that was the facts. They were counting on it. People were nervous. That's laughable now. But back in the day, that was the facts. And this is another little side thing. I through Encyclopedia Britannica, whatever it's called, there has on this day, and I just take a quick look every day, every morning when in my journal, what happened on this day. It's just kind of interesting. So this piqued, I guess, because it was from South Carolina, the very first commercial railroad. It piqued my attention, but so I dug a little deeper. Another fact, when they started going through tunnels and being my family, my dad's family being from West Virginia, they have these long tunnels in West Virginia that trains and then later interstates would go through. And the facts were there was a lot of resistance to having trains go through tunnels. And you know why? They were afraid that people would suffocate. And so, you know, if that can happen with something like railroads, don't you think that can happen to you and me? What's on your heart this year? What are you're going to try? What new endeavor do you see needs to be done in your church, in your home, in your job, at your work, in your life? Don't let not having all the facts keep you from doing it. Here's my action item. Don't let a lack of knowledge keep you from moving forward. The question must never be, do I have enough information to achieve this? The question should be, should it be attempted? Remember what I said? Getting all the facts is an illusion. Learn to analyze the details enough to make a good guess about the next step. And that's how you do it in life. Don't fall prey. There's so many guys and gals that will not achieve all they could achieve because they were afraid to not have all the facts. Having all the facts is an illusion. Second thing I want to say, 3 takeaways. It said, the Investors Business Daily said, get all the input that you can. Well, here's my take on that. All input is not equal. Surround yourself with people who have skin in the game. If you go around getting all the input, you will be so confused. And so only listen to people. If you are flying a plane and you want to get advice on the plane, listen to the co-pilot. Listen to the flight attendants. Maybe even listen to the passengers. Because any advice they give you, they're going to go down with the plane if it doesn't work. Those are the kind of people that you especially want to listen to. So here's a personal axiom of mine. There is some truth in all criticism. And I believe that. As much as it hurts, I try to think about criticism, my critics, and I try to analyze what they're saying and learn from it. And so you learn from your critics, but you count on your co-workers. Okay, I want to remind you, and I can talk to pastors here in particular. Sometimes our church boards, we turn our boards into yay and nay boards, and we're constantly seeking approval. and you do need to get consensus. You need to get input. But life is not a democracy. Life is a journey. Don't spend your time trying to get enough votes, trying to get enough so that you feel like you've got permission. Find people that are willing to share the journey with you. Now, if there's nobody willing to share the journey with you, that's a plane that's probably going to go down, and you should take that into consideration. But life's not a democracy. You don't have to win the popularity contest. You don't have to get enough votes to get permission. Life is a journey. You're going somewhere with your life. And hopefully with fear and trembling before God, you have analyzed what it is you want to do with your life right now with the best information you have. You may make adjustments along the way, but don't be paralyzed by feel like you've got to get more input. Just get input, learn from your critics, but get input from the people that are willing to take the journey with you. All right, and then finally, their key to learning to analyze is to get all the details, which I don't necessarily agree with, and get all the input you can, which I don't necessarily agree with. But I do agree with this. It says learn from your mistakes. Man, I can get behind that, but with conditions, okay, with a qualification. I can get behind learning from your mistakes 100%. But do it quickly. The goal is to learn how to do better next time, not build a lasting monument to your failures. Don't drag all of the failures of last year and of your life into this year. Learn from them, close the door, and move forward. You got a brand new year in front of you. You got a brand new day, a brand new opportunity. And so the one thing for today, getting all the facts is an illusion. Analyze as much as is necessary to make the next step in the right direction, and then make adjustments as needed. So that's Kemp's version of how to succeed. So God bless you. Let's keep running to win for the gospel's sake. I'll see you around the bend. Bye-bye.